message that you might have got. So hi everyone.
Hi, Praveen.
Yeah. Let's kind of like start for the today's one. So can we go with the can we go with the questions now? Like I believe a lot of people were having some questions from yesterday's session, right? So do you wanna start from that?
Hello, sir.
Hey.
Sir, how do you create a local host on the Bash terminal? Yesterday you
So
started with that, right?
yes. So remember I had shown different like there are like so many one line servers that are available. So one of the one line servers, whichever works for you, just give me 1 second.
Sir, I have that PHP server.
Sorry, wait, what happened to this one? Okay. So yeah, whichever terminal that sorry whichever programming language that you are good with, you can use the one line server corresponding to that. So if I try to share my screen now, just give me 1 second. Let me try to open this one. So can you all see my screen?
Mm,
Right.
yes.
So there is this big list of one line HTTP servers. Okay, so let me also put that on chat. So this is the thing that I followed. So in this, I used PHP, this one. So that's the first question.
So, like, do we just type this and then the local server will
Yeah,
initialize?
that's it. Yes.
Oh, okay.
So remember, if you see, if you this is what I had, right? So git status, git pull. So already it is up to date. All I did was similar to this. So php -s localhost :80. I even gave an explanation why I am using sudo and why I am using 80, right?
Okay.
Anyone remember from previous classes? Boom, there you go. So let's get a good image. So image wise on splash is good, right? Splashes. Yeah. So is that cleared?
Yes, sir. Because I didn't have this, I actually always uploaded my like saves in GitHub repository. So can I undo that and do it on the local host?
Yeah, you can. You can.
Okay.
For
So
some
just
reason,
start
why
the
is
server
this
like this and
unsplash?
then
Okay. For some reason, my internet connection seems to be very slow. Just give me a second. Oh wow, that's interesting. Folks, just give me 1 second. I just need to turn the Wi-Fi off and turn it on. For some reason, it shows just okay. This is interesting. Let me check in other services. Not sure if it is my machine or if it is my network. So ah, okay. That seems to be something wrong with my internet connection. Okay, looks like it is something wrong with my internet connection really. So let me try. I guess I need to restart the thing. All right. Okay. So any other thing? Any other? Um. Wow. It's not even working. Okay, any other questions? Sorry.
The local host thing, I think you had explained in third lecture, right?
Yeah, I guess it was first few lectures I spoke about that.
Okay. I have to refer it again.
Any other questions? So Arshdeep Singh, sudo is not found. Na, are you using a Windows? Sudo works only on Linux-based machines. Sudo is only for Unix-based machines or Linux-based machines.
Praveen, is it a Unix, Linux, both are same or?
Unix and Linux not exactly same, but 90% same, you can say.
Okay. So which means there are four OS: Unix, Linux, Windows, and Mac.
So Linux and Mac both are Unix-based machines. So basically, their core is Unix-based. So Linux.
Okay, Linux. Okay,
So
got
Linux and Mac come from right now. If you see, there are only two types of systems: Unix-based machines and Windows-based machines.
it. Okay.
So Unix is completely different thing under which you get.
So Unix you can use as a base, and you can even establish your own OS. Is that true?
That is possible. Generally, so if you see that is the same case for even Windows as well, because a lot of people have actually got the source code of Windows and forked it. So you know that, right? So there is a lot of possibilities that you can use Windows source code to create a new machine itself. So that is also possible.
Got it. Got it. Thank you. Thank you. Praveen.
Yeah. Okay, just give me a moment. And for people who have got PHP command not found, please download the PHP binaries. I believe anyone who says PHP command not found it is from it's from Windows, I believe. So just give me a second. Looks like my machine has some issues. Can still everyone hear me?
Yes,
Am I
Praveen, we
audible?
can hear. Yes,
Okay,
yes,
okay,
we can
okay.
hear you.
Okay, I'm just checking if the speed is okay now. Just give me 1 second. Okay, seems like some kind of a stupid network congestion, and I guess I'm back now. Sorry, guys. Right. Okay. So I believe now it should be fine. So yeah. So this is what I was saying. So this is the big list of HTTP servers. Let me try once again if this works. Sorry about the few seconds of downtime. Interesting. I guess it's Zoom doing something crazy. Slowly going up or something like that. Let me refresh this page. Yeah, it's okay now.
Praveen, we don't see anything actually. We are good only.
Right. Okay, sure then. Um, yeah. So let me know. What else? Any other questions? Sorry for this trouble. Okay, so So for people who have got this issue, PHP not found, I believe if it is from Windows, go to windows.php.net. Hey, by the way, if you want to use PHP, in that case, you use this one. Okay. So there is downloads options here, and then use this download source code, or sorry, not exactly download source code. Use this thread safe or non-thread safe version. So if you are in the latest missions, I guess it should be x64. Just go with the zip download and extract it in your C drive, and then that should work. I don't think this would be a problem for anyone who is using Unix-based machines like Linux, any flavor of Linux, or Mac OS machines. How many people who are using either Mac OS or Linux, Ubuntu, Kubuntu, Edbuntu, anything, CentOS, Debian based or RPM based, have the PHP not found issue? How many of you have that? Anyone who uses Linux based machines have PHP not found issue? Okay, looks like no one. Superb. So that's what I meant. So it means it feels like it is only Windows-based machines are making the issue. So for that, please go ahead and download this PHP from windows.php.net/download. Right. Okay. So let's get into today's stuff. Can I again ask if everyone is able to hear me? So anyone would like to say something? Yeah. Okay.
Yes,
Fine.
you are.
Super. I was thinking like there is no sound coming from your side, and yeah, so that's kind of like a crazy thing happening. Okay, right. So I've added this link as well to this one. So PHP download Windows. You can use this site, and then let's go into today's stuff. So this is what I used: sudo php-s localhost 80. And apart from that, okay, let's go into the next one. Right. So what have we done so far? If we look at, okay, let's go to unsplash.com again. Now it should be faster. Yeah, it is faster now. Let's go to people. I'll just put students maybe. Okay. Something which is multi-gender, that is what I wanted to pick up. Okay, let's go with this one. Okay, or something. Okay, let's leave this. Let's take the first picture. Simple. Okay, so we'll just copy the image address. What I generally do is I go to imgur.com and just paste it. URL failed to upload. Okay, just copy the image, paste it. Boom. So we've got this one. So let's go ahead, update this image. And if we try opening the local host now, we've got this one. This is perfect, right? So and this is actually responsive as well, right? So that's exactly what I did. So now we have done these things. There is this interesting thing which I wanted to do is, if you see this top bar, top navigation bar, it is always prominently staying. But what we want is, once we go down, we want this to slide down or something like that. So what I thought was, let's go back to our style.css and get rid of this padding top thing completely. So once we do this, it's going to be totally like this. Okay, so something like this, but at the same time, what we want to do is this one needs to be hidden by default. So when the whole thing starts, what I want to do is I want this navigation bar. Okay, so dot nav bar here, dot hide. Okay, so if I refresh this page, it's going to be hidden. Okay, so that looks perfect. And the moment,
Praveen, sorry to interrupt. I have a question. I see that the React symbol, when the script is serves the React symbol, why is it? Is it a React script?
where are you looking at?
When you show that the script, your
I've just configured it for JavaScript React, nothing else.
okay, got it.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
it is
thanks for
it
asking.
is a still JavaScript, correct?
Yeah, it is just normal JavaScript. There is nothing React related here.
Okay, thank you.
Sure. So at this point of time, if you see this, the whole window is getting used up with this and all these things. This is perfect. Now what I want is I need to set up an event handler which runs on Windows scroll time. So when you see here, $window is the whole window, whatever we see this. Dot scroll top is a function that tells you where exactly your scroll bar is positioned. So if I say if I go one part down, it will be showing 40, and then if I do twice, should be 120, I believe. See, so this is predictable. So what I want to do is when it is more than 20 or 30, maybe more than 40, let's have. What I want to do is when window scrolls down, I want a function to fire. Okay, and at that point of time, if this window dot scroll top is greater than 40, what I want to do is navbar is there, right? I want it to slide down. Okay, if it is not 40, what I want is slide up. So slide down and slide up are jQuery animation functions. So let's see if this works actually. Boom. So once I go up, it's gonna close it up, and it is actually very slow. So I'm just gonna make it into 100 milliseconds. Okay. So when I go down, it's gonna come looking at it. And when I go up to the top, I don't need that anymore because I can see that the name is here and everything is there. So I don't need the whole thing anymore down. So this is one small effect which is there in my website. So I thought of like telling this. So any questions on this part? This is what I did. I made the navbar only to show after auto show only after a couple of moments later, once it is scrolled down. Super. So that was simple. And let's see something else. What else we can do with this one? This is already looking great, right? So like we have done something like this. Now this part, how did I achieve like a typing effect? Obviously, I didn't do that code. There is something called as jQuery typist. So the good part about this is jQuery has a lot of plugins. So look at this one. This is what exactly I used. So there is something called removal. So it actually, the reason why they have used Russian is they are saying that they can support multi-language. Generally, multi-languages will be a bit tough to do. So look at this. It's gonna go this way. It is cool, right? So we can do something like this. So what we need to do is we have to get this particular plugin. So this is actually an external plugin, another library called typist library. So what we can do is, let's quickly open it on GitHub. So for using this one, I believe we need the source file. So this is the file. So what we can do is like, let me see if there is a distribution file. Yep. So this is the minified file. There is a site called as GitHack. So what this does is it serves the raw files from GitHub repository in the right way. So we are always going for the production one. So let's copy this one and then we will add it in our HTML document. So always we need to add our custom scripts after the framework scripts. So this is where I have added the library. So first I load the core jQuery. Then the whole website is powered by Bootstrap. So I load the Bootstrap site. And finally, I load my third party stuff. Then finally, I have my own script, which I'm loading here. Okay, now let's see how we can use this. So the first thing they have done is you find the particular typewriting thing. Okay, so here is the thing. What I wanted to do is I'm going to use the same kind of a code, but instead of fading out, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use typist. Okay, so I copy this whole thing. Dot typist is what I'm going to use. So what they have given us, they have got a huge stuff here. So first thing, initially I want artist. Okay, text artist. Okay, so what happens after this is I want to pause it for 2 seconds. Okay, so I pause it for 2 seconds, but this thing doesn't need to be done every time, right? So this initial thing needs to be catched. Var type effect or type span. Okay. I guess I did something stupid. Yes, I knew. Okay. So this type span. So every 1 second or maybe every 2 seconds, what I want to do is, since it's a jQuery based thing, I'm just going to put a dollar in front of it. There is no other reason. Both does the same thing. So I'm using dollar because it's a jQuery object. So I thought I will use a dollar. Okay. So every 1 second, after 1 second, after 2 seconds, what I'm doing is I'm asking it to pause. Already I'm asking it to pause, right? So I don't need this pause anymore. Okay. So I'm going to remove this, remove so much. Okay. So what I'm going to do is current text is artist, right? So what I would do is I'll just put this artist to the first point. Okay. So this is anyway the first one. So let's use the artist as the first. Count we will put 0 itself. Okay. And instead of using text, I'm going to put roles of count. So everything is dynamic now. So all you need to configure is this one. That's it. So to that level I'm doing. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of, okay, this is where I get the feeds from, right? So the first thing what I'm going to do is it's already paused 2000 seconds, sorry, 2000 milliseconds. So we'll just leave that. Then I need to do some removal. Okay, so I do typist.remove roles.count dot length. So this much length I should be removing. So once I remove it, I need to add something. That's what I'm going to do now. But there is, I'm not sure if there is an infinite way of doing this. So right. So typist.add, it's going to add something like interesting. So before adding this one, I want this thing to be incremented. So I do count plus plus. Okay, so the same thing I'm going to use it. So roles of count dot roles of count and stuff like that, because the count is already added. Oh wait, I can actually do something else. Easy. So instead of doing this in a different way, I'll just put roles of count plus plus, so that count gets incremented, and then I can just do roles of count. I don't know whether this works, but let's try. Then
Wouldn't that? Hello, sorry.
yeah,
to
go on.
interrupt. Wouldn't rows of count plus plus take the length of the next one rather than minusing the length
No,
of
no,
the
no, no,
current?
no. Count plus plus will give the current counts original, the previous counts, like whatever before incrementing, it's going to give the thing. Right? This
Okay.
is a post increment operator, so it's going to give the current count. So whatever is there here or whatever is there shown here, that length is what it's going to say. And again, I'm saying I don't know what's going to happen, so let's try it out. It's all about trial and error, right? So let's see. It didn't work. Something brutally screwed up. Unexpected token semicolon. Why? Where? Oh, I'm sorry. It should be here. Okay. Oh, nice. It is actually working. Just wait. So the only thing that I need to do is I need to remove this artist, which is already there. Boom. It says artist. Okay. So it takes 2 seconds pause, and then it's going to remove this one. It's going to do this. Okay, it is working actually. Nice. Again, artist stopped. Something gone wrong again. So here's where the problem is. So remember, I wanted it to be this one. Okay. So it does not count. So whatever you put, you need to put it this way. So with this one being said, it's gonna use the roles.length. Okay. So if I refresh this one, okay, artist, that's good. 2 seconds pause, remove. Great. Remove. Great. Boom. Works. That's it. We've got the typing effect now. Why are we not using a loop here? What kind of a loop can we use here? An infinite loop will kill your browser. I don't want to do it here right now, but if I use an infinite loop, it's going to kill my browser without even a second. Like infinite loops, it runs infinite times in a second, right? So there is no point in you cannot wait in loop. See, set interval is kind of a infinite loop. It's a loop. So it's going to loop or like more than a loop. What I could say is this is going to execute this function indefinitely. That's what I would say. So I can just get rid of it. This looks perfectly fine. And I guess I can just say implemented typist or typewriter effect. Aditya Saket, if you have only recently heard about WordPress, please try to learn what WordPress is and what are all the bad things that it has done. So it is really worst. With respect to a lot of yeah, you can if you want to create an awesome ultra super modern super website, it takes 5 minutes for you to create in WordPress. Yes, uh, that's what I keep saying. There are like multiple ways you can create websites, but personally I won't prefer WordPress. Even if there is a job that's going to give me lakhs together for working in WordPress, I will not take. The reason is it is literally a torture. WordPress is like, it's going to screw up your lives. The reason being, even though it is easy, it is extremely outdated and it runs very slow. It's not a static site anymore. And it uses so many calls to the database to generate the content, which again is like not a good idea. So maybe if it is an internal site or something like that, that you wanted to like quickly do something, then that's fine. But I won't go with WordPress for even for my blogs. Even for my blogs, I use something called as Ghost. So that is actually better than anything. Okay, so this is something which we did now. And anything else I thought will be good. Okay, so one more thing. I just wanted to tell you all there is something gonna come. I'm gonna do this on 11th October at 9 a.m. my time. So 1:30 p.m. your time. How many of you will be interested in that? Check out my YouTube channel very soon. Okay, so this is something which I'm going to do like day after tomorrow. So stay tuned for this. It's just 1 hour. And there is another thing also coming at the same time, which is going to be at, I guess it is like 10:30, which means 3 p.m. your time. So let's see how it goes. So it's something which I'm doing this weekend. Yeah, so I have uploaded all these things in Git as well. And is there anything else that I can think of today? Like any other thing that we wanna learn something today? What is the other event? Yeah, other event I haven't completed the design also. It is something related to creating your own business card. Hey, I guess I have actually shared it in with everyone. Let me check if I can find it. That post that I shared. So yeah, it's here. So this is the event. So it's like building professional profile. Okay, professional card. So it's at 3 p.m. IST. So that's there in my LinkedIn uh, profile as well. And yeah, parallax if we have time. That's actually a good thing. Let's quickly look at a parallax based site. Let's use jQuery parallax again. So whatever you want, just put a jQuery in front of it and you will be getting something. Hey, I don't think it is possible because what we have created here is a image, not a background, but let's try it out. So this one is parallax effect. If you see that the background is going slow, whereas if you look at this one, this is exactly what parallax effect is. The background is actually moving slower than the foreground. So that is parallax. Okay, I'll need to try this out myself to make sure this works, because we are not using a background image. That is the only problem. But definitely I'll try it out. Or best thing, I'll put this repository for Hacktoberfest. So whoever wants a free T-shirt, they can actually use this website. I need to have a quick look at what is my Hacktoberfest status. Anyway, I guess it's gonna take long time. So if you want a T-shirt, you can get a T-shirt here. Yeah. So let me put it up for Hacktoberfest. Let me see if there is any pull request. There's not absolutely not a single pull request because it is not a part of Hacktoberfest. So enjoy, guys. Boom. There you go. Done. So switch on your pull requests. Try implement. Okay. So today's homework kind of thing, which I would say is number one, anyone, whoever has an idea. First thing, what you do is everyone. This is a homework for everyone. Try to create an issue. Like let's do something new or something like that. If you have any idea, create an issue and say like, yeah, let's do something like this. Keep giving your ideas. And again, if you are good enough, like let's say let's do this. I want to change this whole thing and add this particular thing. So for example, Pratyush said if there is a parallax idea. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna create a new first issue. So implement parallax for background image. Okay. Pratyush Kumar gave this awesome idea. Thanks. This is up for grabs. Okay, whoever wants to take it, please feel free to take it, and I'm happy to start with this. And a lot of people have given me pull requests, yes, and I did not get time even to come to this thing. So I know a lot of friends of mine who are in this meeting also knows that there are so many look at this, there are like another 29 pull requests. Yesterday night when I went to sleep, I cleared all the pull requests. Now again there is another 29 pull requests, new pull requests. So yes, it's really hard to be a maintainer, and if there is an active what do you call this, an active repository, it's going to be really tough time maintaining it. So I'll try to close off all, I mean, merge all the pull requests as quick as possible. All right. So that is something which I'm doing effectively. And maybe for Pratyush, yeah, who is Pratyush? How to contribute? I did a big article. I wrote a big article here, how you can contribute to the repository. So first thing, go to that particular repository, click on the fork, and it would be nice if you could go ahead and click on the star button. So make sure you star the repository, and yeah, make sure you also follow my YouTube and stuff. Okay, enough of my personal stuff. So first thing, fork your repository. So it will be forked like this. If you have already forked it, you would say like you have already forked it, you want to go here and then go there. So once you have forked it, clone and download from your fork, not from the original one, but from your fork. And then once you have forked it, try to create a branch which is related to the issue. But before that, create an issue. Like if you have an issue that, okay, so I just need another 7 days for all my pull requests to get matured. And okay, let's see. I tried forking the updated repository, but it always showed me the old one. This is a problem with GitHub. So what you need to do is just go to your fork. Okay, this is my forked repository. Okay, I don't mind. I just see it is already behind, right? I'll just go delete this repository and then refork it again for getting the updated version. Or else I can use this Mitten. For so long I keep saying that is the t-shirt, the way to apply get the t-shirt. Go to hacktoberfest.digitalocean.com. This is the site. Forked it, now what? Please look at that contributing link once, and then you will be able to follow the steps. Once you follow all the steps, then you have entered. So what you need to do is click on the start hacking. It will ask you to so yeah, Hacktoberfest is an event or a marathon for supporting a lot of open source software by everyone. So DigitalOcean, Intel, and Dev, these three companies joined together to create this event. And what the primary sponsor is the DigitalOcean. So Intel and Dev have joined together, and what they have done is, if you create 4 meaningful pull requests in this 30-day October period, if your pull requests are really good, good, and accepted by the maintainer, just minimum start with 4 pull requests. That is what they are expecting. You will get a chance to pick up a limited edition t-shirt, or you can plant a tree. That is what it is about. They are trying to develop or nurture the open source thing for everyone. This is the thing. This is the Hacktoberfest. It happens every October, every year. I mean, it happens on October every year. So all you need to do is understand how you can understand how you can contribute to the public repositories. And with that being,
Praveen,
yeah.
I have a question. This happens only in UK or across?
Oh, I'm talking about, you are all from India, then what is there? It's worldwide.
Okay, got it.
Okay,
It's a
anyone.
cloud. Yeah. Okay. But this,
Yeah,
where is hosted? It's hosted in UK or is it
it's online.
online? Okay.
Yeah. So I have also done like a couple of videos on it. So what is Hacktoberfest about and all those other things. So Mithun, I didn't understand. What do you mean by I'm talking privately? No idea. Okay. All right. Okay. So if you see here, there are these two things. Hacktoberfest. Whatever you wanna ask me, you can ask me something like that. I hosted like 2 days ago. So I'm just gonna copy this two videos and then send it over to you. Okay. So these two things will be very interesting. So you can have a look at these two links, two videos for knowing everything about Hacktoberfest. Okay, and that is something. And apart from that, I guess we have almost come to the end. There is a Hacktoberfest. Fix this file, right? This is one video. This is second video, and this is the sign up process. So all you need to do is go to hacktoberfest.digitalocean.com, right? Okay, right. I'll just copy this whole thing and paste it over here for everyone. Okay, so I hope today was good because we did this jQuery typist thing, which is really awesome, right? Okay, Aditya says he tried something till here. I'm just gonna quickly open it up. Wow, man, that looks nice. I mean, it's good for like a starting thing. Good. Yeah, keep continuing. Like add at least some content here, and that looks really nice. Like starting wise, the left side, the color combination is really nice. How is it, guys? Like how is it, folks? Everyone who are looking at it, if you want to unmute yourself and tell what Aditya has done, it is nice. Aditya, here is your responses for your feedback. It is good. It is really good. Keep up. And yeah, so it would be really nice if you have got some content to have content to show. It would have been better. Nice. All right, folks. And any other thing that we want? Okay, today's session, is it slow and steady? Good, understood by everyone. Sorry, no, that is not the right question. Anyone who did not understand today's session? Is there anyone who did not understand what we did today? So I guess we will just open that. I haven't. Okay, so I did not. Thanks for reminding me that one. Okay, so everyone said like we will be hosting the site at the end of this thing, right? So today, well, it is the last day. So tomorrow is technically the last day. So what I'm going to do is I'll just quickly open up this repository. So, oops, what? Why, Mithun? Mithun, are you very much? Uh, looks like you are. Okay, it's okay, nothing. Yeah, I didn't want to say the word. It will be very bad for him. Look at this, it is already published. So I guess I taught you how to publish this one. Okay, first way, using GitHub Pages. What you need to do is you need to enable this one. So generally it will be like this. Okay, so if you want to enable this one, You just click on the master and then click on save. And immediately it will say your site is published at this place. So look at this. Yes, it is there. So here is the website. So what I'm going to do is after the repo, published website, boom, there you go. What is this pic? I guess this pic needs to be deleted. It's already a deleted pic, I guess. Yeah. So let's quickly go into this thing. Yeah. So this is first way. First way of doing this is by enabling the GitHub pages. The moment you do this, there should be nothing else in this page. This part, it is something related to the GitHub configuration. Second way to do it is get the code, copy this code, go to codesandbox.io. Okay, create a sandbox. Different ways of doing things. Okay, so just pure static HTML I put. Oh, I shouldn't do this way. Sorry. I should do import project GitHub repository URL. So this is the code importing function. So what you need to do is published website code sandbox. All you need to do is you need to use this particular link. If you try opening this link, it will try to pull the code. Boom, it's published here. Boom, that's done. CSB app is here. So we have got this app published. Two ways I have told you how we can publish the site. Number one, using GitHub pages. Number two, using Code Sandbox. Both the ways you can share the code with anyone. Clear? That's been covered as well. There will be no more master. Master slave is not a good word to use in GitHub. So they changed it to, what do you call this? Main. Main as the new branch. Okay, all the links I have again pasted in the chat window. I'm just gonna send the same thing to Manav and others as well. So here are the links that I used. So if you can send it to everyone, that would be nice. And thank you. Just forward it or like send it over somehow. Right. So any other questions? So Neil is very much concerned about what I used. No, I used monospace. If you have no clue about that, then I'm gonna kill you. Put text between this. Okay, super. For who do you work? I work for myself. Because right now I'm supposed to work in a company, my company, but I work for myself. So that's the reason I'm here, right? So I work for a bank that is in the top third in UK. What I can maximum say is I can give a clue. It's LBG. So I own the. I also have a account there. So I thought, what is happening in my bank, and I should be an employee of that bank as well. So that's it. Any other questions? Anything is okay. I've got another 5 minutes. I need to jump in 5 minutes to another call. So deployment is also taught. Hey, Neil, are you there? Okay, Neil is not there. Only Aditi is there. Hey, Aditi.
Hi. Yeah, Neil is actually busy with something. He'll be back.
Okay. Did we talk something? Anything? Sorry. Did we not cover anything that is meant to be covered? Anyone?
I think you covered most of it. We'll ask
most of it. What is not covered?
Yeah, everything actually. We'll ask
That's awesome.
the participants if they have anything. Do you
Okay,
guys have anything specific?
Any questions? Any specific thing that I want that you want me to teach now or something like that for the next 3 minutes or 2 minutes? Contact page. Okay. We can quickly take up something on the contact page. Hey, for contact page, what I can quickly say is you can just go ahead to getbootstrap.com. And if you see the documentation, if you go to the forms, there are so many forms here. So you can use any of these forms here and use that as a contact page thing. So generally what people are doing is, like, if I see my website, I've got like 4 contact forms, I guess. Sorry, 4 form fields, 1, 2, 3, 4, like this I have put. So this is something like what to say, like it has, it is similar to this. Only thing is I don't have this label. Otherwise it is the same thing. So if you see this email example select, I'm not using select, but I'm using only these things. So this one is, if we want to do something like this, like exactly like this, shall we quickly implement this contact form here? I guess that would be the best thing to do. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is I'll just go to the source code index. So this is going to be another row, right?
Praveen, one more thing, Praveen. Can you put about me, experience, all that in the top itself, so that if when they click, they can go there directly?
Okay, that is one thing we could do it. We can do it tomorrow for our tomorrow's longer session. So please someone please remind me. Or if you want a green tick, sorry, green box, go to my GitHub profile, to this GitHub repository, create an issue. We will go one by one on the issues tomorrow. And before the issue, before the class, when it starts tomorrow at 8:30, if there are some pull requests, we can also go through that. So who is ready for that? If you have any new ideas, so even this contact form is a new idea. So go ahead, type in the issue and then create a new issue of your idea, and then let me know. We will go through one by one tomorrow. Okay, right now we will do the contact form part. Okay. So I'm going to create a row here. And this row is going to be having two columns, obviously. So let's go with, basically it should be a call 12, but in medium files, it's going to be call 5 plus call 7. Okay, so 2 columns, right? Sorry, one moment. Let me quickly check it out. Mithun Jain, when are you coming to India? $1 million questions, bro. You know the situation and still you are asking me to come to India. This is so like trying to kill me. Pratyush asks, how do I find web projects online to get involved? Like how to find the contributor, GitHub, search, something like that. Images.google.com and unsplash.com gives me a lot of images. So I'll just pick from that. How is it in London? It is a bit crazy now. Things are skyrocketing because all these pubs and other things have been open these days. So everyone started parapifying things. So that's unfortunately, it's an unfortunate moment. I'm just going to copy the same thing. Okay. So let's go with the H2 again. Contacting me should be like this. And I'll just copy the same thing again. So if I refresh this page, you get a contacting me 12, call 12, and we need the form here, right? And I gave something like say hi to me. So I'll just copy this one as well. Say hi to me and refresh this. That's interesting, right? Why is it going this way? Oh, call 5 should be call MD5. Good. So we've got these two things. And now inside this one, after this, I want this form. Okay, this form I want. So for that, what I do generally is I need to create a form. Okay, action and all we will put it later. The first thing is I need to have a form group. So this is the kind of the way I want to do it. Okay, so there is a form group. Okay, and inside the form group, I don't want the label, right? So I'm not putting the label. Okay, before doing this form group, what I want to do is I want to use a container. Want to use a row call 6 star 2. So here I want to have two form groups. Okay, so dot form group, and then inside the form group I want an input. Okay, boom, that's done. Now if I try to use, I don't want these two IDs. So this is going to be, let's go to here again, name email. So first one is name, email. I'm going to give a placeholder. What's your name? Give me your email. Not every time, but most of the times, yes, I keep. See, the main reason why I have opened up the documentation is in case if you are doing it alone, it is always better. You know where exactly you need to go and look for it. That's the reason I opened up the documentation. It's just for you. Then let's have a call 12. Oh, we can actually have a row call 12. And then I need a big subject. So I'm just going to copy this whole thing again. Form group again. Text. Name is subject. What's it about? And then along with this, another form group and text area. Message placeholder. Tell me about it in detail. Something like this. Okay. So if I refresh this page, oh, yuck. I didn't expect this one. I know why. I forgot one class. See, these are the reasons why I keep it open. So I forgot this class form control for all these inputs. So this one, this one, this one, and this one. I need a class which is form control. Okay, not pest control. Boom, there you go. Our form is here. So did I write anything here? No, nothing else. So the only thing which I did was I just have some more space here. So I'll just put a class MB3 and then refresh it. Maybe 4 might work, or does it look too odd? Yep, MB3 should work. I'm just going to put a paragraph here saying like, please write me a nice message and I'll reply you ASAP. Boom. That looks good, right? So we have actually implemented the whatever it is. Yeah. And then finally, we need a submit button. So after this one, it's already a row, right? So we don't need a form group or something like that for the button. Directly, they will put that button. So where is this button? See, button type submit class primary, blah, 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 blah. Okay. So let's add this button. So instead of submit, we can put something nice. So VTN success will put send. Nice. So everything works, including the auto suggest. Right. So here we can also do something like nice animation or like nice image we can add. So what I can do is here I'll put p.text center.
Praveen, one more thing, Praveen.
Yes.
Experience summary, project summary, skill set. You can include one more column, skill set, so that this will definitely help all these college students to help prepare their resume, one-page resume actually.
That's a good idea. Yeah.
So they don't have to type again.
Yeah, that's actually a good idea. So that's what I have written here. These two things. Only thing is I need to. I did not get. Tomorrow I'll implement. Please write that in the GitHub issues so that I don't forget it. Okay. So let's try Font Awesome 4, and let's see the icons. And how to include date and time of appointment and contact form. Actually, that's a good idea too. So if I have this one, I got this call 12, right? So I will put another call. Maybe call 9 plus call 3. And inside the first call 9, I'll just put this one. And inside this call 3, what I can do is I can just copy this whole thing. Instead of type text, I'll put date time local. Okay. Name is going to be appointment. At that time I should be free or you should be free. No. When? I don't know whether this works. I'm just going to try it out. Hey, nice. Yeah, it works. Happy? So I'll put 5 o'clock on 14th. Boom, that works, right? Okay, how does forms input reach you? Good question. It is not covered here. So I use a PHP based backend. So if you want to see how it looks, unfortunately, I won't be able to show it to you. So if I try typing the thing, it will go and save it in a text file, which I will be able to access it through SSH. And it doesn't use post, it doesn't use any traditional post. But if you try contacting me through this, you can see an XHR going up. Okay, so if I try testing from VAT people. So long time before it was working for my, the way it was sending was to my email address. Unfortunately, it is not working because I switched to another, actually I messed it up. I removed the email providing thing, the providing component, and it's completely gone now. Okay, so if I try to type in a message, hello, testing simply. They don't send any DDoS attacks, da. So the moment I click on this, it's going to go to a PHP file, and that one is done using an AJAX. It's an XHR request. And if you go here, it is going to send me name, email, subject, and message, all these things. Okay, and it's going to go to that PHP file. That PHP file will process, create that particular entries in the file system, and then it's going to I need to manually check it. So I know like there will be a lot of messages by now. I still haven't got the time to look at it. I didn't even log into that. Right, quickly let's go to a clock. So it's a clock 0. Yeah, you can use Django in the form part. Yes, Django is a backend, so you can definitely use that. Clock O plus I.fa hyphen clock. Then what else we want? Comment box, commenting. Oh, we will put comments. Oh, comments. Oh, okay. If I do this way, if I go here, see, not this one. If I refresh this page, I get these two things, right? Very badly it is looking. So let's try making it bigger. There is a class called FA4X or something, like 4X, 2X or 3X something. Yeah, that works. So FA 3x we will put, refresh it. To an extent it is coming good. And I'll give MR3 so that there is some margin, right? So there is some space between it. Okay, super. I'll also give some padding here, padding 3. So it gives some space. Any questions? This is this is understandable, right? And as you expected, there is also this schedule that appointment thing, and what time you want to talk. But unfortunately, it doesn't show me what time. So it's anyway, it is a schedule thing, right? So that is enough. Nice. Okay, so let me do this. Added a contact form. Good push. If we refresh, this is going to show this green dot. And then after a few seconds, the green dot will become a tick. Once this has become a tick, you go to the GitHub pages, click on this view deployment. Everything is there. Latest code. Animations that we can add in it. Think about an animation and then let me know we can add. There is one more thing which I wanted to show you all. It's called animate.css. Yeah, there you go, animate.css. So this is the thing which I wanted to talk. I guess this is the one which says like just add water CSS animation. Okay, right, perfect. What you need is just this style sheet. That's it. As simple as that. Animate, animated, and animate bounce. This is what you want, and you will get all these animations. So let me try showing some nice animations to everyone. So attention seekers. Oh, look at this. The moment you click on these things, it's gonna animate. Okay. So bounce, flash, pulse, rubber band, shake X, shake Y, head shake. That's coming from India. Swing, ta-da, wobble, jello, heartbeat. These are all entrances. Boom, boom. And these are exits. These are also all nice entrances and exits are there. And we know fading in and fading out, those kind of things are there. So all those types of fading out things. Flips, nice. So there you go. All the animations are here. Light speed is like awesome. I really like it. Boom. There's also these things. Then specials, hinge, twing, jack in the box, roll in, roll out, zooms and zoom out. Wow, that was nice. Sliding entrances, sliding exits. Boom, there are, I mean, this should be enough for a lot of people, right? This looks really nice. And for required field that you want to use, that's already, all you need to do is just add something called as required. Say, for example, we want all these things to be required, right? Everything is actually required, right? So except the, yeah, subject, date time, yeah. That's it, required. A lot of people don't spell my name correctly. That's why I asked them all to call me Pravman. That is, for some reason, they are happy with calling me Pravman than Praveen. Praveen, they used to say. That's fine. Okay.
How to raise a issue? You asked me to raise the issue, right?
So when you go to this page, click on issues. I just raised the new issue like this. So click on this new issue and then write the title and write the content and click on submit a new issue. As simple as that.
Got it. Okay. Okay. I will write the resume format. We also include a print button. where if they want to print it in PDF, they should be able to.
They can just link the PDF version of resume like that. A lot of people are doing that. So they just put their resume in the website in the domain, and then I mean, like in GitHub or anything, and then they are just linking to it. As simple as that. Okay, so can I expect a lot of issues by tonight or tomorrow before this 8:30? And also, can I also expect at least 5 pull requests for this repository? Remember, it has been tagged with Hacktoberfest, so definitely you will get a t-shirt when you contribute to it. That's cool. So whoever has not connected with me can connect with me, and I'm just going to send all these links once again. So enjoy. I'm going to send these links to who's this guy? This guy as well. Sorry, Neil and the team as well. So they will be sending you the updated set of links in WhatsApp and email and all the ways it can reach you. So I hope today was better. So today I tried my level best to like slow down myself with almost a lot of responses people were telling. So I hope I have slowed down and explained it in a Niritti Nidanamana way. So anything else that you would like me to talk about right now? All okay?
Praveen, thank you very much for your time, Praveen. And these guys all very lucky. When I graduated, I didn't have this kind of coach. So really proud of you.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It was a wonderful session today. Yeah.
Thanks, ma'am. And I guess if there is any other questions, yeah, please, anyone from your team can let me know, because is there no way that I can get into the WhatsApp group of your closed WhatsApp group?
We'll let you know.
All right. All right. Super. So have a nice day and take care. Stay safe. Tada. I'm going to stay around here for a few more minutes to look at the chat messages. And after that, we'll shoot off.
Okay, sir. Anybody? Does anyone of you have any doubts? Kindly ask, sir. Okay, if anybody has any issue or doubt, please do fill the form that we have given. I'll end the meeting in about 5 minutes. So before that, if anybody has any doubt, please post it in the chat section.
It's actually a good question. Can I tell how I started my learning journey? So it's all came from passion. So I've been extremely passionate. In my house, I'm the only child, so you can know how I would be treated. So I never sleep at times. So full on computer only. My dad will come with a belt. So it's all about passion. How many times you will be playing the PUBG game and other things? You're so expert, no, the same way. That love towards PUBG that most of the people have, I've got it towards the coding and web development. So that's the only reason. And PUBG, there is no tutorial or no YouTube tutorial to do it or something like that. You all learned how you learned that same way. I tried and worked hard, like not worked hard and all. I was enjoying, like, oh, nice. If I do this, it's gonna come this way, and if I do this, it's gonna come this way. Okay, let me try doing this. Okay, I have an idea. I need to do this way. So where should I find? So first thing is I tried to look up online. Like nowadays, I try to look up online. Back in those days, I used to ask my colleagues and seniors. They will just say, "Get lost." That happens a lot in India, right? So no one will be happy to teach you or something like that. They have their own work. So at least some people, there were like few people for me who were like extremely patient enough to handle me, like tolerate my questions, and then they will say, okay, Praveen, this is how you need to do, or like this is an excellent article, so check this out. Or they used to give me printed papers. See here, because I was working in TCS now, so TCS everything is printed. So they used to give me printed articles. So you asked for this one, so have a look at this one. So those days printed papers. That's crazy. So yeah, that's one thing. And yeah, learning wise, I'm extremely passionate. I want to learn something new. I want to learn something new. At the same time, I want to teach something new. So when we are talking like this, I get a lot of ideas. So leave this portfolio session. We are all beginners, but you did give me a lot of nice ideas. So yesterday, the way I talked on Monday is not the same I am talking now, right? There has been extreme improvements, or there is a difference, right? So this is caused by you. So you taught me to be like this. In simple words, I'm thanking every one of you who is here. So that's one thing. And yes, Suraj, your doubts are regarding Git and jQuery. Okay, look at it. And if you don't have any questions, any other questions, if you have any questions, you can contact me through LinkedIn or anything. Any suggested site for learning JavaScript? Tomorrow I'll remind me this tomorrow, Akhilesh. I'll for learning JavaScript, I'll give you something really awesome. Okay. I pulled the repo before Hacktoberfest tag got added. It is fine. It doesn't matter if you are pulling it. The PR needs to be created after Hacktoberfest tag. That's completely fine. Don't worry. Just send the PR. It should work. Then how you know this thing, like update things like blogs? Vetri Purilapa Tirmo Telivasol. I gave you a pull request in your Hacktoberfest. Now it is 30 pull requests. I'll go through it. Nightlight will be done. Okay, that's nice. I hope there are no other questions. So, right. So have a nice day then. Have a safe day. Aditi, we can close, I guess. So,
Thank you, sir.
yeah, let them go sleep.
Yeah.
Thank you, Praveen. The only thing, Praveen, your session clubbed with dinner time, plus the Big Boss is going on, plus plus T20 is going on. So all that.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So the number of people
Blame
getting
VIT people. Blame VIT people. Not my
right.
fault.
No problem. I like to be a part of this one than that one. So
Thank you so much.
Praveen, really proud of you, Praveen. Even you won't believe, I just connected on your LinkedIn. I never looked at your profile completely because I was want to talk to you, right? We were chasing to talk only, right? I didn't look at your entire profile. It took me 2 minutes to look at your, scroll down all your experience because you said TCS, I'm also TCS. So I was trying to find out which year you worked for TCS. Took for me 2 minutes to go there.
2010, 10 years ago.
2010, okay. I left 2009. Good, Praveen. Really awesome. But you should have been San Francisco instead of London. Nevertheless, both are same.
I hate US for some reason. The
No,
main reason why I hate US
at
is
least
it's
you
not
should have
about
been. Yeah, London is okay, but at least you should have been Bangalore for a startup instead of being in London.
Bangalore language problem. London, US because that guy, and that is recent reason I'm saying because of that guy. But the main reason why I kind of like I did not like US is like literally every South Indian movie if you see the Mapla is from America. Why this hype about America? I hated even the word America. So I thought, okay, America is not for
Maybe
me.
I want to change that perspective. I'll try my best actually.
Awesome. All the best.
Sure.
Okay. See you all, guys. I'll also
Thank
shoot
you.
off.
Sure.
That guy. Yeah, that guy. You know who he is. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you for attending, everybody. Thank you, sir. I'll end the meeting now.
Okay, perfect.
Good night,
Thank you.
everyone.
Good
Good
night.
night.